Well, we've done a few recreations of ancient Egyptian mummies and so on here not too long. We're going to look at Queen Tiye, tell you some things that are known about her. Listen and look.
This woman, who lived 3,500 years ago, was one of the most powerful queens in Egyptian history. This woman lived to be 60 years old. According to one version, Tiye's father came from the Mediterranean and was appointed chief trainer of horses under Thutmose IV, and Tiye herself became a singer and priestess at Karnak. Her family rose through the ranks, and Amenhotep III married Tiye as crown prince, or in the second year of his reign. The king apparently loved his consort fondly. One inscription describes Tiye as the sweetest woman in the world. Tiye is the grandmother of Tutankhamun and the mother of Akenaten. Tiye's mummy was identified in 2010 in Tomb KV35 by DNA testing. Next to her lay the mummy of the as yet unidentified daughter, who was the mother of Tutankhamun. The mummy retained its own hair, which had a soft auburn color. The reconstruction, done in 2020, recreates the face of the queen when she was still young. This woman, who lived...
So we can see here the recreation done of her. That first picture right there is an afrocentric look, if you thought she might have been afrocentric. This was, of course, done before the genetic testing came out. When the genetic testing came out, it came out to read that, oh, wait, there and King Tut and everybody else that's included here were all Caucasians. In fact, quite a bit more related to ancient Anatolians and current modern Europeans than even the current population there, which probably sent shivers through Egypt. But they're the ones that keep not showing the blonde-haired pharaohs and nobility of ancient Egypt, which you can find scattered around museums of the world, showing you who these people were, including Ginger, the blonde-haired pre-dynastic Gibelline mummy, through blue-eyed crystal statues from the earliest of dynasties around the time of the pharaohs creating the great pyramids that we all adore, all the way through, literally, those amazing Egyptians. They were, of course, Caucasians, and Queen Tiye is somebody that's well known. She may not be so well known, except for now they've made the whole connections that this is King Tut's grandmother. And so we'd have that idea too. What would she possibly look like? Well, once genetics steps up to the plate, which cannot be denied, that in picture looks quite a bit like her.
3,500 years ago, was one of the most powerful queens in Egyptian history. This woman lived to be 60 years old. According to one version, Tiye's father came from the Mediterranean and was appointed chief trainer of horses under Thutmose IV, and Tiye herself became a singer and priestess at Karnak. Her family rose through the ranks, and Amenhotep III married Tiye as crown prince, or in the second year of his reign. The king apparently loved his consort fondly. One inscription describes Tiye as the sweetest woman in the world. Tiye is the grandmother of Tutankhamun and the mother of Akenaten. Tiye's mummy was identified in 2010 in Tomb KV35 by DNA testing. Next to her lay the mummy of the as yet unidentified daughter, who was the mother of Tutankhamun. The mummy retained its own hair, which had a soft auburn color. The reconstruction, done in 2020, recreate...
And this recreation is probably more accurate out of the three. And by probably, I mean I'm for certain. But then there's other questions too. Why are her eyes kind of ambiguous? Should they possibly be green? Could they possibly be blue? Could she possibly be a little less ethnic looking than this? Given her lineage and what comes through there and what we've looked at in genetics, the answer is, of course, yes. In a world of people who seem to be ambiguous and not too certain about anything, there are some things that we are quite certain about. I'd like to see the afrocentrics try to make a movie and see if they could put her in, and the whole idea of Akenaten and King Tut and fall flat on their face. With what we know today, there is no chance that that can even be spoken again, but it still goes on in hushed hallways. Peace.